Dear students, welcome to Comfort Physics class for +2 physics students. Today we are going to discuss about electric field due to continuous charge distribution. Here the integral form of electric field is E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration dq by r square into r cap. R cap is a unit vector and r square is a distance phenomenon. Here our ultimate aim is to find out the value of charge dq in linear charge distribution, surface charge distribution and volume charge distribution. We will discuss one by one. A. Linear charge density. Let us consider a wire on which we have distributed charges, and I am going to consider a small portion dl which consists of some number of charges. Now we are going to discuss about what is the linear charge distribution value at point P. Let us consider a point P at a distance r from dl. So here lambda is called linear charge density. Linear charge density is nothing but charge per unit length. Here dq is the charge divided by dl is the small length. So linear charge density is defined as charge per unit length. Here length is the parameter which we are discussing now, that is one dimensional parameter. Its unit is coulomb per meter. So dq is equal to lambda into dl in this case of linear charge distribution. Then 2D surface charge distribution. Let us consider a plate over which we have distributed some amount of positive charge, and we are selecting a particular area dA, and we are going to consider a point P is at a distance r from the surface dA. Now here sigma is called surface charge density. This surface charge density is defined as a charge per unit area, that is its unit is coulomb per meter square. So surface charge density is defined as charge per unit area. Unit is coulomb per meter square. Therefore here dq is equal to sigma into dA. The next one is volume charge density. It is three-dimensional parameter. Let us consider a cube on which we have distributed some amount of charge. Instead of the cube, we are considering a small volume dV. From that volume or small volume element dV, we are going to consider a point P at a distance r. So here rho is called volume charge density. It is defined as charge per unit volume. Its unit is coulomb per meter cube. By the way, it is understood that q, that is q value, that is dq value, which is equal to rho into dV. Dear students, they may ask definition for linear charge density, surface charge density, volume charge density. So you must define along with the formula and unit. So the required electric field equations became for lambda E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration lambda dl by r square r cap. Just our ultimate aim to replace dq by one dimension parameter, two dimension parameter and three dimension parameter. So for sigma E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration sigma dA by r square. For rho E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught rho dA by r square. Here there is a mistake. It is not dA, it is dV, rho dV by r square. Then electric field lines. What is called electric field lines, sir? They may ask for 2 marks. Set of continuous visual representation of electric field. Actually these are all imaginary field lines, but we are having a line to see visually how the field lines will be. Therefore a set of continuous visual representation of electric field is called electric field lines. We need to follow certain rules. Point number 1. The field line starts from positive charge and end at a negative charge. This is general rule. Point number 2. Tangent at any point represents electric field direction. Here the adjacent diagram represents that we have a point P on which we are drawing a tangent, that is electric field direction. Wherever you are considering a point, you just draw a tangent. That tangent represents the electric field at that point. Rule number 3. Electric field E is inversely proportional to R square. How you are confirming this? Let us consider a source charge. If you are having a source charge, it will be having its electric field lines around it. So here I am considering two surfaces at position A, at position B. These two surfaces having same dimension, not different dimension. When you are keeping such surface at position A, there will be more number of penetration of electric field lines. But at position B, very few number of electric field lines will be passing through the plane. So where the electric field lines are maximum, there only electric field will be maximum. So from this diagram it is understood that the electric field at position A is very greater when compared to the electric field at position B. Rule number 4. No two lines intersect each other. Yes, of course. The electric field direction is single one. It won't be in a two-way direction. For example, if the two electric field lines are intersect at a particular point P, there will be two tangents. For a single point, it is not possible to have a two direction of electric field. Therefore, no two lines can never intersect each other. That is, two field directions at the same point is not at all possible. Rule number 5. Number of electric field lines is directly proportional to magnitude of charge. If you have a charge value as 1 coulomb or value is plus q, it will be having very few electric field lines. If the magnitude value is more, for example 4q, then it will have more number of electric field lines. Thank you, students. We'll discuss the next topic in the next class.